Hey everyone, Rich Sifu here again. And this time I want to review this flashlight. I found this one online a couple months ago, and I really wanted something smaller to kind of go along with my Xeno EO3 here, and just to give you a size comparison between the two. I love the Xeno. This thing is super bright, and anyone who has one knows, especially with a 14500 battery, which I have in here. I actually changed the driver in this one, which I kind of like it better because it goes high, low, and then strobe. So, and even the low is good. I've gotten a good 2-3 hours out of this thing on low, maybe even longer. So it seems to be maybe a more efficient driver that I got on it. But I love the Xeno, but I was really looking to find something about the same brightness, but with that used an 18650, and I found the original one of this light on. Again, you see I have two of these. They're almost identical on Dyno Direct. This one's Unique Fire, new knockoff brand. Never heard of that one before. A little bit of a strike bezel, aluminum reflector, glass lens, glow-in-the-dark tail cap. This is a 3-mode version, and the other one I have is a 5-mode version. There's low, which is really low, and then strobe. All right, and very bright. Battery's not full. But this other one I got is a 5-mode version, and I wanted it just so I have the medium setting when I'm out bike riding or out in the forest, which really doubles the life of the battery, but gives you still fantastic light. And I have to say, this one that I got off a different website, a new website I found, I think it's called Kai Domain, K-A-I Domain, something like that. I'll have to put the link up for anyone who might want it. This one is actually an Ultrafire, which could explain why it's a better, actually. It has a more aggressive strike bezel, which is nice. This thing will actually do some damage. This thing's got a little bit of an edge on it, which is real nice. Very well made. XML-T6, so potential 1000 lumens. This one is noticeably brighter than the other one because it does have a better driver in it. I did the amp test on it. It's pulling 2.92 amps, almost 3 amps. That means it's putting out probably 950 lumens out of the LED, and out the front it's probably cranking out about 800 lumens. This thing is bright, and it was actually cheaper. This one was 15 bucks. The one from Dyno Direct was like $18, $19. So, you know, pays to shop around. Overall, I love this one better. And like I said, so 5 modes: high, medium, low, strobe, and SOS. Not much else you can say about it. Reverse clicky switch, glow-in-the-dark tail cap. You know, it's got the indentations for you to get your thumb in there. The only thing about this one is this switch does stick out more, as opposed to the other one where the tail is kind of flush, so you could get this one the tail stand, basically. My table's not level, but yeah, it will basically tail stand, whereas this one probably won't. I could swap these, but that's okay. I don't need it to worry about it right now. So yeah, that was really the motivation for me buying this light. Was, again, I wanted something pocket-sized, but that had the same or greater output than the Xeno, which I love and I still carry with me. But that would take an 18650 battery, so you get that much longer runtime. So just to explain that part of it. So let's turn this on. This battery's dull, but in the outside beam shots, you'll see, make sure it's on high there, it's on high now. The outside beam shots, I'm going to show you with the dull battery and then with the new battery, just so you see that even with a battery that's maybe drained by half or more, you're still getting a ton of light out of this thing. I love the beam. Again, it's got the small, big LED with the small reflector, so you're going to have a floody beam. And as you can see, it has a beam in the middle, and it has some nice spill around it. So it's very good, very intense. Nice white color, almost pure white. So it's really nice. There's your medium. Again, still very bright. Does a great job. And then low is nice and low, but definitely useful light. And then, of course, your strobe and usual SOS. All right, so that's about all we can say about that. We'll go outside and go check it out. Okay, so we're out here now, and we're going to check out this Ultrafire. The actual model number is the UF-2100. Forgot to give that to you inside. That's UF-2100. So UF-2100. I don't know if we can see that there. All right, let's see what it does. So there we go. There it is on high, as you can see. Showing up nicely there in the camera. Floody beam, but because it is a smooth reflector on this one, as opposed to even like the Xeno, which has a slight orange peel, you can see how well it's lighting up the whole yard. Just a single light. And this battery is not full. You'll see the difference when I put a new battery in it, just how well it does there. Shine it around the usual spots. I really love this light. It's become one of my favorite lights. Obviously, you're not going to get the throw that you're going to get out of a sun ray or some other light. But again, just because of the power of the light beam will travel 400, 500, 600 feet, no problem. All right, you're not going to get it to be really focused and concentrated. But I love lights like this that are more floody. I really like to see everything. As you can see, even the spill, how brightly it's lighting up the shed there. All right, that's not the main beam. That is. That's just the spill. All right, and that's hitting that tree up there, the main beam. Top of that tree, about 140 feet from where I'm standing. Fence right there, about 35, 40 feet. And the close fence is just about 5 feet away. About 7 or 8 feet, actually. All right, so let's go back over here and shine it back down. And see it's hitting the second house there, even the third house way down there, if you can see, I'm not sure. Yeah, right, you can see it hitting the top part of that third house way down there. All right, the corner. Really, really fantastic. That's why I love this light. Here's medium. And as I mentioned, medium is still nice and intense. And again, this is a weak battery. So hitting that tree in the yard, the neighbor's house, and then on low, still enough for me to see to the end there. You can see it hitting the end of the fence. Up close, conserves that battery very, very well, but still gives you useful light to avoid obstacles, see what you're doing, and really conserve that battery for any kind of a survival situation, camping, or the long-term issue, power outage you may have. All right, I'm going to swap out the battery, one of the good Ultrafire flames, and then we'll see the difference. So let's go back to high, and then we'll have a better visual comparison. So that is high with a weakened battery. It's about drained by, it's got a few hours on it. So it is noticeably less than it was at first. All right, so hang on a minute. Okay, so let's get the new battery in there now, and let's crank it up. All right, so here we go, new battery. And I think you can see the difference. Make sure this is on high, yes. Okay. Fully charged battery, good Ultrafires. Noticeable difference, even brighter than it was. Really blasting out the light. This has got to be putting out 7,800 lumens. And like I said, based on the numbers, I mean, just one light is lighting up the whole thing, almost like my triple XML, it looks like. Even that spill, look how nice that spill is. There's the main beam there. And that spill light is still enough to really see what's happening. All right, up close, you can see it's almost overwhelming the camera. Too close there at about 7 or 8 feet. That bush there is about 15 feet. See how bright it is? But that bush is about 25 feet. And look, it's really almost overloading the camera. Let's go back over here. And we can see here, again, the fence there is 30 feet. And there it is, the tree. About 120 feet to the top, 130 feet. And there's the spill. See if I shine the light up, you don't see much of anything. So the truck going by, but if I put it down, there's the light from this little guy. So really fantastic. It is showing, kind of see the beam there even a little bit. And you can see the beam and the fog and the light, humidity. See how bright it really is. Quite excellent. That's why I love it. It's nice and small. Just a little longer than a Xeno, maybe an inch or so, but it's the same size and diameter as a Xeno. But look at that. That is really, really amazing. Just amazing light that this little thing is putting out. Let's go over here, and we'll see if we can do this without bothering the neighbor. See if we can get it to hit that tree. There's that tree. All right, you can see it hitting the tree in between the two, way in the distance. That's 250 feet, that tree, okay? See how well it's lighting up all this area. All right, quite phenomenal. Easily hitting that tree, and you can finally see the tree, whereas even with the other lights, you couldn't. So, I mean, this little guy's got to be putting out, I estimate about 800 out the front lumens. And let's just put it on medium and then low. We'll walk down to this end, and we'll check it out from the other side, the other direction. I don't want to disturb any neighbors. Not that they've complained, but I don't want to take a chance. All right, let's go here. I'm at the other side now. So it's about 75 feet to the end. Put it back on high. And there you go. As you can see, very powerful. Look at that. Really blasting out that light. I mean, I said it's almost like my triple XML light that I have. It's for 3,000 lumen one. Actually, it's putting out about 15 to 1,700 lumens out the front. But that is fantastic for such a small light. And it's $15. Got this little guy for $15. That's why I wanted to share it with everybody. So if you're looking for a nice, small, literally sun in your pocket light, this would definitely be a great one to get. There it is on medium at this distance. Again, how awesomely the spill light. You could mount this on your bike and have a fantastic bike light. Nice wide beam, but will still shine very far. I mean, it hit that tree before. That's 220 feet to the front of that house. Easy lighting it up. And this thing will go clear, like I said, across the lake, 400 or 500 feet. It's lit up the trees on the other side. So just wonderful. And it's so nice and small that, you know, about only a little bigger than a Xeno. So there's the low, that's low. And as you can see, that fence there is about 60 feet, 55 to 60 feet, lighting up the house. And it is hitting the end of the fence. If I move it quick, so I can get it. Yeah, you can see it a little bit, I think, hitting the end there. It's lighting it up. You could see if something's there, somebody was standing there. It's not quite showing up on the cam, but it is hitting it. All right, and then strobe and SOS and back to full power. All right, so that's pretty much all you can say about this. Just that it is a really nice light, freaking super bright, especially with the new battery, and just does fantastically well. But even with a weakened battery, this light still is putting out good 550 lumens. It actually was equal to my Xeno with a brand new battery. So that's a known 430 lumens coming out of the front of the Xeno, and this light would match it even as the battery kept draining. That's why I was like, wow, I really gotta share this one with everybody. All right, so that is this light here, the Ultrafire UF-2100, and I'll put the link in the description for anyone who wishes to get this 5-mode Ultrafire version with the better, more aggressive strike bezel. And you can see that there decently. It's got some point to it. It's got some nice point to it. I really like that. You hit somebody with that thing there, they're going to know it. And it's a very unassuming light. Excellent size, about the same size as the, let me just show you a comparison here between the, I'd like to compare it to the, actually it's like virtually exactly the same length as the Maglite XL-200 or an XL-50. Exact same length, a little thinner in terms of diameter. You can see it's a little thinner, and takes an 18650 battery. Very cool. So there you have it. Here are some still shots that I took comparing the Ultrafire on the left with the Xeno on the right. You can see that the Ultrafire is about twice as bright as the Xeno, even though the Xeno is putting out 430 out the front lumens. Here's a single, one of each. Here's the Xeno first, showing you how it's lighting up the backyard. And you can see it's a more diffuse beam because of the orange peel reflector. And here we have the Ultrafire, and a little more light, but a more centered, more intense hot spot in the middle, and just same or a slightly greater amount of spill light around the edges. So very, very powerful, nice light.